Good evening and welcome to the City Council meeting of the City of Lenoir for Tuesday, January the 21st, 2025. We welcome you here this evening. Thank you for coming in. Getting out of the cold for one good thing. It's been kind of a cold few days, really cold the last couple of days. We hope that we'll see a little break in that toward the end of the week. That would be fantastic. We have several special things tonight. Before we go to our moment of silence and our Pledge of Allegiance as we normally do, I would like to, well, first of all, introduce our city attorney tonight. Will Sparks is our attorney tonight. Thank you, Will, for being, he's filling in for Mr. Rohr, but they're with the same firm. And
That's right.
Glad to have you with us tonight. So
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
appreciate that. And also, as we go to our time of prayer, I would like you to keep several in your thoughts and prayers. Please keep Dr. Dana Clark in your thoughts and prayers. Dr. Clark is in the hospital right now. He had some issues this past week. He actually fell in a walk and has had some things that they're looking at. So they're looking him over, hopefully, and keep he and Candy in your thoughts and prayers as things move on. But we'll be keeping Dr. Clark in our thoughts, and of course. Judge Beverly Beal and Judy, John's parents, have gone through several things the last week or so, and we want to keep them in their thoughts and prayers as well as they continue to do better. And we're glad that they're home and things are moving along in the right way. John's keeping them straight the best he can. I know that. Not easy, but we want to. We certainly appreciate John. Judy and Judge Beal very much. And also, we just had this past weekend the Martin Luther King celebration, and everything went very well with that. It was cold, we know, but I think Saturday morning's breakfast was well attended. It was a very nice event, and then Monday's service also was well attended. So we always a special celebration time for the Martin Luther King weekend and Monday. So please pray for all those things and pray for our country as we have new leaders that have gone in January. Please pray for them to have the wisdom and the strength to lead our country in the best way that we possibly can. So please join us now for our moment of silence. Thank you. Please salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Our first order of business tonight is a very special recognition. We're going to come down and recognize one of those nights that's kind of bittersweet. You know, we'd like to cancel all these retirements, but so far they won't let me do that. That's one power I can't seem to get. But we're so honored that Chief, come up and join me. That we're here tonight, a special recognition to honor Deputy Fire Chief Ken Nelson. Thank you so much for what you have meant for this fire department and fire in general, and just the citizenry of this of our Caldwell County, Lenoir, and everything that you've worked with. 43 years. That's a long time.
Yes, sir.
And what are you, 47, 48? You started when you were 5?
I've talked to be.
I understand that, but we're very proud of you, very proud to work with you, great to call you friend. Thank you. You were our interim chief for a while, and we appreciated that so much that you filled in and did that, but you just meant so much to us. We're going to miss you, but we know you'll be around somewhere close by.
Yes, sir.
And but thank you for all that you have meant to us and the citizens of not only Lenoir and Caldwell County, but and all the things that you've done. You've given a life to taking care of people and making sure that they were safe, and that's very important. have a resolution I would like to read for you and honoring you. Whereas Kenny Dale Nelson started his fire service career in 1982 as a volunteer firefighter at Valmead Fire Department and started working at the City of Lenoir Fire Department in June of 1990. And whereas Chief Nelson served at Valmead Fire for 20 years, earning the rank of lieutenant and captain, and volunteered as a firefighter for 5 years at the Sawmills Fire Department. And whereas during his career at the Lenoir Fire Department, Chief Nelson held positions of firefighter, driver-operator, acting officer, second lieutenant, lieutenant, captain, training officer, battalion chief, and deputy fire chief. And in 2000, Chief Nelson was recognized as Firefighter of the Year for the City of Lenoir Fire Department. And whereas during his time in fire service, Chief Nelson taught fire, rescue, and EMS classes at Caldwell Community College and Technical Institute. And in 2015, Chief Nelson obtained his associate degree in emergency management from Caldwell Community College. And whereas in 2023, after the retirement of the previous fire chief, Chief Nelson stepped up to serve as interim fire chief and successfully led the department from February to June of that year. And whereas during his 43-year fire service career, Chief Nelson completed many state certifications, including Firefighter 3, Fire Officer 3, Certified Fire Investigator, Fire Inspector 1, Fire and Life Safety Educator, and Technical Rescuer, and he obtained instructor qualifications in Firefighter 1 and 2, Rapid Intervention Team, Live Burn, Emergency Vehicle Driver, and Emergency Medical Technician. Man, you got plaques everywhere. And whereas Chief Nelson has been a model firefighter, an exceptional leader, and an humble servant to his fellow firefighters, residents, and the City of Lenoir. He has displayed the highest levels of integrity on and off the job, and he has always been willing to help the department, the city, his co-workers, and people in the community in any way he can. And whereas Chief Nelson has announced his retirement from the Lenoir Fire Department as of January 31st, 2025, ending his 34 and a half years of exemplary service to the City of Lenoir. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, as mayor and on behalf of the City of Lenoir City Council and all of our citizens, do hereby congratulate Kenny on his retirement and commend him for the example he has set as a dedicated public servant. And be it further resolved that council and I extend our sincere appreciation and deep gratitude for Kenny's faithful and outstanding service and many contributions to the betterment of the fire service in North Carolina and to the City of Lenoir, this the 21st day of January 2025. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We'll get a picture of him. One more thing to get to you. I'd like to present you the highest honor that I can give you as the mayor and the council is a key to the city that you represented, the city you protected, the city that you gave every day for, going out knowing that end of that day, you didn't know whether you'd come home, but you gave everything that you had for it. So this key to the city will be presented to you. It says presented to Kenny Nelson in recognition of over 35 years of dedicated and outstanding service to the City of Lenoir and a total of over 43 years in the fire service by the Lenoir City Council, Joseph L. Gibbons, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Honored to give this to you.
It's an honor to receive it, sir.
I'm gonna give you that, but I'm gonna let you come up and and then we'll have a picture made with all you guys and council and everybody. That's okay.
We'll just stay up. Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you. I told police chief I'd try not to cry, but thank you, council and mayor and city manager and Donna and all the department heads. I've told this story a lot, and it's the truth. All I ever wanted to do was be a firefighter. That's all I ever wanted to do. And took me 7 years of applying to get a job with the city. in those days, it's really hard to get a job. But in my interview, Chief Williams asked me, he said, Kenny, what can you do for this department to make it better? And I said, absolutely nothing. I said, all I want is a chance. I said, if you give me a chance, you will not regret it, and I'll never leave. I'll retire from here. So, Chief Williams, I did what I said I would. And I can't say enough. My family, my wife, bless her heart, she's put up with so much all these years. And my fellow firefighters, the ones that's here and the ones I've worked with over the years, best people in the world. And I'm telling you, if you get to do what you love, it's not a job. It's an honor. And it was an honor for me to wear this patch. So you firemen that's listening, and you firemen that's standing here, always protect the patch. Always protect this right here. It means everything. The name don't matter, but this right here matters. Because it represents me, it represents these people, it represents these people that we serve, it represents each other. That's what we need to hold on to. And I did my best. And I'm thankful. I don't deserve this. The Lord above is the one who deserves it. Because He's the one that put it in my heart to do this. And He's the one that's kept me safe all these years. And I'm thankful. I'm humbled. I love you all. If I can ever help you, I'll be close by, hopefully. But I better not say too much. I will get to crying. But I love all of you. And when I was interim chief, I tell you this. I've told this story a few times. You think as a deputy chief, you understand what it's like to be a chief until you are the chief. Nobody carries the burdens until you're the chief. You don't fully understand them. I didn't fully understand them. But I had Phelps, Jeff, John Hogan, Jared, all these people, Kaylin, Hannah, so many. I don't want to miss nobody, but there's a bunch of them. They took me and they helped me. They encouraged me. They guided me. Mr. Hildebrand did the same thing. Donna did the same thing. But when Mr. Hildebrand and we say Team Lenoir, it's for real. It's not just words. It means something. We are blessed. And I have been a part of that. And I'll always be a part of that. I love you. Thank you.
Go ahead and introduce the family that's here.
This is my brother Mike. He's also a firefighter. It's my mother, and that's my brother's wife, Nona. That's my wife Karen in the blue. That's the most important one. And that's Kayla, our daughter, and her son Oliver, and then my son-in-law Zach, who also works for the city. And but thank you for putting up with me all these years.
Thank you. We're very proud that we were able to serve with you.
It's been my privilege.
It's been our privilege too, and we're honored that you did. Let's shoot a picture with the council. Come down.
I was going to mention, Chief, I want to let you know your key to the city.
Do what?
Your key to the city was framed by former police chief Scott Brown.
No,
So you talk
yes.
about love between police and fire. Mr. Brown did that. So
yes,
I
sir.
want to-
He's a great guy.
You want to stay up
Chief
here, or you
Staines.
want us to come down there?
Whatever you
Come
want.
down here. Let's shoot, and then we'll do the council, and then we'll let all the firemen come up and shoot. We'll do this.
Mayor Gibbons can hold your resolution. You gonna get right in the middle? Ron, come up, Fred. You know, I mean,
I saw the light kind of flash there.
I'm not gonna say that. You ready? You wanna go first? It'll be like no flash. Shelby first.
Shelby, do stop.
All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yo, feel free to come up. All right, I'm going next. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Don't be shy.
All right. We're gonna do, they're right here and, get all the firemen to come.
Get any firefighters come up with you? Calling all firefighters. Yeah, if y'all, I mean, if you want to stand up at your chairs behind them, that'll be good.
You guys good?
Hey, how are you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to be seen.
What's that, BT?
All right, we're gonna need at least 2 rows,
BT said.
tall in the back, shorter in
What's
the
happening,
front.
buddy?
Yeah, you're almost there, that looks good. All right, Shelby first. Anybody? Who do you need?
Well, I mean, it'll be all right.
Don't worry about the council, just get the fire.
Yeah, let's get those.
All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
All right, my turn. 1, 2, 3, cheese. 1, 2, 3. All right. Family?
I got a wide angle camera.
What's he trying to say?
All right.
If these boys don't do anything.
Get his family,
Appreciate you
Josh.
guys. Yeah, you need to have one with them. Let us get out of the way.
Shelby one. If y'all really don't want to be in the picture, you might have to go over farther. Yeah, really. That's probably good.
All right, right hand first. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
This family camera. 1, 2, 3, cheese. And then my camera. You're doing so good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Chief Nelson, again, thank you very much. We will miss you, but thank you for all that you've meant to this city and to all our citizens. Please don't be a stranger. Come back anytime. You know that. All right, we'll go ahead and continue our agenda. The next on our agenda, we do not have any matters scheduled for public hearings this evening. So we'll move on to our consent agenda items consisting of minutes of the city council meeting of Tuesday, January the 7th, 2025. Item B is the Lenoir AFC design vendor selection. Following a thorough review and evaluation of each statement of qualifications, the staff recommends entering into a contract negotiations with the J.M. Cope Incorporated to provide design build services for the 2022 project, Lenoir Aquatic and Fitness Center improvements. Cobb's qualification package demonstrated the firm's experience with the design build project delivery method, an experienced team with members offering specific pertinent areas of expertise, a thorough understanding of the project scope, and a suitable approach to the project management and adequate quality control programs necessary to perform the management and adequate quality control programs. Oh, excuse me. Get this thing, it runs together. The responsible manner. Additionally, J.M. Cope is appropriately licensed and insured, has financial responsibility to undertake the project, and is in good legal standing. Note, the firm's full submittal package has been included for review. And item C is the FY 24-25 audit contract / non-contest services. This is with Randolph CPA, that's Cindy, Randolph CPA, PLLC/S. Request council approve the FY 2025 annual audit contract for the city of Lenoir as submitted by Cindy Randolph CPA to not exceed $45,000. And matter of fact, that is a reduction from last year's audit of $52,850, so a savings over $7,850 going into this new audit year. We're always glad to see anytime we can save some money. And item D is the resolution that we just did for Chief Nelson, approval of the resolution presented to Kenny Nelson in honor and recognition of his 35-plus years of dedicated and outstanding service to the city of Lenoir. Those are your items A through D for the consent agenda. I'll open it up for any discussion and/or motion for those consent items.
Mr. Mayor, I would make a motion to approve items A through D as presented.
Thank you. I have a motion from Mayor Pro Tem Stevens to approve the council consent agenda items A through D as presented. No other discussion. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you very much. Next on our agenda is requests and petitions of any citizens. If there's anyone here tonight who would like to address the council, this is the time to do so. If you would, please come forward to our microphone and give us your name and address if you want to speak. Yes, sir, come up.
Yes, my name is Patrick Aristia. Are we doing,
Give your address if you don't mind.
what's my address matter for?
It's for our records.
It's 1873 Greasy Creek.
Okay, thank you.
Are we doing anything to help the homeless in this frigid air? Since we don't have a shelter for them?
That's a question that I don't know how we answered that from here. I'm sure there are things that are being done all over. There's
What's going on in the city of Lenoir, in the upper part of Caldwell County then, for the homeless that's out here in the cold and it freezing?
right. I'm sure there are churches and others who are doing things. I don't have that information.
Are we going
right.
to open back a shelter so we don't have these problems anymore?
Are we going to open back the shelter?
Are we going to open back a shelter in Lenoir?
Not at the shelter where it was before, no.
I understand not where it was, but are we going to open another shelter?
That's a question that we don't have an answer to. We in the city running a shelter was not part of it. It was run through different organizations. If organizations are going to do that, then certainly they can.
Do you oppose to me opening a warming station and doing something to get the people out of the cold?
You'll have to certainly meet all the qualifications and all the things that have to be done to open a shelter like that. I think Hannah Williams, our planning director, is here. We can, if she has any questions, she can answer. Mr. Hildebrand?
Mr. Piedmont has a process. They had,
Right.
did a program on that on TV.
Yeah, and the last I knew, they were using it for a research data program when I come in here, y'all said.
But they put a seminar on at the Civic Center on about how to run a shelter. It's online, I think.
I know my wife's licensed to run a shelter.
Okay. Well, that's what they did, so anybody that's interested in doing it, follow those procedures, and you're welcome to do that, in the right zone.
All right, am I welcome to stay in the city limits and do a food pantry? Do y'all oppose that?
You have to go back and meet the zoning requirements, but if you meet those, you can.
How about, I got a question because I'm in an area, the warehouse I'm in, and I've been told by y'all city officials I wasn't supposed to be here in the city. Y'all didn't want my organization in this city because I helped the homeless. And now I hadn't had no problems for a little while, for over a year, and now Hurricane Helene, and then now I'm having problems again because I helped down in Hurricane Helene. And now all my troubles have come back. And it's starting all over again. It went from personal, now it's to my business.
I don't know the answers to what you're saying and who in the city told you
Yeah.
anything. Obviously, if you follow the regulations of things that, the way they're supposed to be done, the city manager just said you can do certain things if you follow those rules and regulations. If you were told anything different, then there had to be some sort of issue with that
Did we ever find out what Will Farm done with all the money and all the supplies that he got for the warming station last year?
We can't answer that. That's not something that we would have.
And then I have another question. I had some homeless people that I give some hot tents to that got confiscated by the city police. I'd like to have them back.
Again, Chief Phelps is here.
That's that issue.
Do you know where the tent went?
I'm assuming it was discarded. The process, when we get called to a homeless camp or individuals on property that are not supposed to be there, we make contact with the owner of the property. Sometimes that's the city limits. Sometimes it's a private individual that owns property. We confirm that obviously the city does not condone camping or homeless shelters in wooded area. And we make sure that the property owner has not given access or permission. We make contact with the people at the campsite. We advise them they're going to have to leave, and we give them 24 hours to take anything they want to take. And we advise them that in 24 hours we will be back, and anything left will be discarded. Because a lot of that is their personal property. So we try to give them ample time to take things that they need to take with them. And many times when we come back, there's a lot of litter. A lot of things just discarded and left, and we use our resources and city resources. And we have charged a few with felony littering. I think one was a little over, I think close to 2 tons. I think it took 3 dump truck loads to remove stuff. Obviously, that's people that have been in this location for more than just a couple of days. But that's a lot of stuff to be left in an area. And so that's our process. If somebody left a tent, it was discarded, but they had an opportunity to remove it first.
Okay. Is it against the law to live primitive?
Is it what?
Is it against the law to live primitive?
To live primitive? Mm-hmm. As long as
Well, we have zoning.
Yeah, we have zoning
requirements in
rules
the
and
city.
requirements that have to be
Primitive
met.
living is not against the law in the state of North Carolina. And I
Subject
have
to
a problem
zoning.
with the city police because in the state of North Carolina, there was a ruling by a judge more than one time that a city police officer, they don't exist. They're not an entity. The whole problem is that all y'all work for a corporation. We're not a corporation, we're a republic.
Let him speak.
Go ahead. I mean,
So how can we, because I've offered to help clean up the messes. They've went out and helped clean up the messes. Nobody contacts us to help. I mean, I was out feeding the homeless. I quit feeding the homeless because I got harassed. I quit going in the field to feed them, and I was trying to help clean up.
okay. Thank you for all these.
I mean, I'd like for y'all to start working with me instead of against me. That would be great. That would be really great.
I don't think this is the time or place we debate any of that. We'll just have to look into the whole situation.
Well, y'all know who I am. Why don't you call me and talk to me, because y'all all run from me every time you see me.
Thank you.
Thank you. I've never run from the man. I don't even know the man. Anyway, is there anyone else who would like to address the council concerning this time on our agenda? I think everybody else is our staff that's here, so thank you for that. All right, we'll move on. We do not have any reports of boards and commissions this evening, so we'll move on to report and recommendations of the city manager, Mr. Hildebrand.
Mayor, council, just a couple items for information this evening. The planning board will meet on Monday, January 27th at 5:30 in these chambers. The committee of the whole will meet on Tuesday, January 28th, 8:30, third floor City Hall. At that time, you'll also get the ABC board audit, annual audit report. The Foothills Regional Airport Authority will meet on Wednesday, January 29th at noon, and that'll be held at the airport facility. And that's all the meetings we have for the rest of the month. And just want to go back, Reverend Perkins, I know you attended some of the MLK events. Do you want to comment on that? I know Ms. Thomas mentioned it last time. Your MLK events.
Oh, it was great. We had a good turnout on Saturday for the breakfast. We sold tickets at $15 a turn. The place was packed. We had a good program. The new pastor at St. Paul AME was our guest speaker. Did a super good job. And on Saturday, it was cold. I didn't march, so I don't have any report on that, but the program at the MLK Center was good. So thank all of you for your support.
That's all I have.
Good report. Any questions, as city manager? All right, thank you. Any report from our city attorney's office?
Mr. Mayor, we have nothing to report at this time.
I appreciate that.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. And thank you again for filling in and being with us tonight.
Absolutely.
Always, anytime you want to come, be glad to have you. We don't have to look at TJ that way.
That's right. That's right.
I would note that our city attorney was selected to serve on the North Carolina Bar Council, and he's in Raleigh for training this week. He represents, I guess, the judicial district, is it 20?
Yes, I should know the judicial district. I know he is on, the way that the North Carolina Bar Association is compiled, if you will, is they have different judicial counselors from each judicial district across the state of North Carolina. And so they handle different issues ranging from the grievance committees, which are, minor issues that are filed from clients and other attorneys. And so, yeah, he'll be taking on a big role in regulating the legal profession. And so I know he's excited for it, and I know we're lucky to have him serving as, our judicial bar counsel.
Yeah, good. Good to hear. Thank you. I don't have anything else from what we have already talked about from the mayor's office. We talked about earlier, the things that have been going on. Anything from any of our other council members to discuss? Okay.
Performance, FPA, the Annie. at
Yes.
The high school, the auditorium,
Mhm.
the campus. It's been well attended, and I went
I
last
did,
weekend. It was awesome.
I was there the opening night. Yeah,
Yeah.
Becky and I, it was really great.
Last Sunday, the matinee, it was almost totally full. So I recommend,
Yeah,
I was blown away at the talent in that show. It's very good.
yeah.
They're gonna have two performances Saturday, a matinee and an evening performance.
Yeah, they're making up for the first weekend with the snow.
Yeah.
They didn't get to do them, so they're doing
That's
two
one
more,
thing
so.
if you hadn't heard.
If you hadn't done it, that's a
Awesome.
good one to see. You're exactly right.
Is there any Sunday presentation?
No, it's both on Saturday.
Both on Saturday. Okay, thank you for that. Anything else from any of the council member? If not, we stand adjourned.